So, over the last year or so, STIX and I have been playing through Code Closers, a side-scrolling brawler MMO that he and I have been thoroughly enjoying. So much so that at this current moment, we've leveled up most, if not all, of the available characters. We've even showcased many of those characters in various videos, or even more recently when I talked about why I personally preferred the private server Code Closers over the official en masse release. Which, if you're interested in any of the aforementioned content, the links will be found within the description below. Although, if you want to skip that step altogether and want me to quickly reiterate, then Code Closers is a more reliable and frequently updated release of Closers, often gaining access to content or characters weeks earlier than the official servers by en masse. That being said, in today's video I wanted to talk about the newest character added to the Closers roster. Well, at least on the private server, as she's not currently released on the official servers as of yet. The character in question is none other than the crimson-haired, claw-wielding beastie herself, Seth, and her ghostly companion, Anna. Seth is the newest member of the Wild Hunter team, and she, at a later date and at a much higher level, then joins the task force referred to as Queen of Hearts, alongside fellow closers Selby, or Sylvie, and Harpy. Now, having played through Code Closers and Closers many times at this point, leveling up a lot of the characters to near max level, I found that Seth, at least for my preference of classes and characters, is a rather fun and unique character. Her moves are quite flashy and often encompassing the entire screen with the special effect, which can definitely make you feel like a badass. She also has a hard time dying, which, if you know me as a player, I have a tendency to die in literally any MMORPG. So for once, I felt like I was a god, and it just so happened to be an adorable little red-haired Loli. Which, I'm not complaining, but sometimes you need a little bit more plot, if you know what I mean. Something to keep in mind, however, with any Wild Hunter character is that their story differs quite a lot from one another, and therefore, if you want to play together with someone, keep in mind you may have differing maps, quest hubs, and just generally be far away from one another until your story diverges together. And for Seth, being a Wild Hunter character, she is no exception. Now, to talk a little bit about Seth's story, it's actually significantly different from any of the other characters currently available, even the other Wild Hunter characters. But to try and not spoil anything for anyone who wants to try out this character and see her story for themselves, let's just say it gets a little dark and it can pull on the heartstrings. But all in all, it is a refreshing change, especially when you've played through a lot of characters already. And for me, that was great, because making it to level 70 this time around wasn't so bad thanks to this change of story. Although something I would like to point out is that I really wish I saw something other than the color black and red when using her skills in combat. I mean, black is my favorite non-colored color, and half, if not more than half, of my clothing are all black. And even I got sick of seeing black with her skills. I mean, they all look amazing, but you just need some more color. All jokes aside though, for those of you who don't know about Closers, it is a brawler MMO, and it actually has a rather large emphasis on the story element. And this is something that will keep you invested and hooked into the game whilst you're not grinding through the many instances of Closers, performing mass alien slaughters just to level up. Although something I will point out regarding the story is that whilst it is story oriented, there are times when it can feel a little basic or bland, but I feel like this is something common with most games. The story is still one of the major reasons I continue to play through Code Closers, as each character has their own unique stories and dialogues to follow along, with new dimensions being added to this said story, with each new group or character being added to the game. Then there's the ever-expanding class or character advancements, like the new addition of the task forces, adding new class advancements to the current added characters. But anyway, returning back to our new addition, it was quite challenging to level up Seth to level 70, but all in all, it was a very thrilling experience leveling her up, and I personally enjoyed her fast-paced, monster-like playstyle. Even if it's not my personal favorite, as Soma and Miss will always have a special place in my heart. But there's one thing I think anyone who tries her out can agree, and that is that she has some pretty insane aerial combos. I mean, they're pretty beast, all things considered. So with the addition of Vi and now Seth, I can't wait to see what new additions we'll get in Closers. It's been a really long and worthwhile grind, but nothing quite beats having an army of waifus at your disposal at any given moment. So guys, if If you are interested in trying out Code Closers or the newest character released, or really any of the characters that have currently come out, as there's actually quite a lot of them at this point, and there will be a link to the game in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about this red-haired menace. That being said, have a good day, night, or afternoon wherever it is where you are, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.